Alright, boys and girls, welcome back. We're going to play some more Geoguessr. We're playing worldwide currently. I'm getting quite good at this game, so let's jump in and I'll give you some pointers to get some deadly guesses. Okay, so what do we see here? We appear to be driving on the right. We appear to have yellows in the middle. So that could indicate a USA, a Canada, or a Brazil. Looking around, I mean, it's USA or Canada. That's a stop sign. These, I'm not sure where these are more common. We're clearly in the middle of nowhere. Does that lead us to a kind of Montana? Center Point Cemetery? Yeah, I don't really know, but I just think Montana's my first guess, but it's clearly like middle of nowhere America, North America. Oh wow, it's Texas. Okay, a little bit surprised by that one. Okay, so this is an interesting one. The first thing that jumps out is the number plate. So you can tell we're in Europe because you've got this blue strip on the side of the number plate. If it wasn't for that, I would actually be thinking South America, because you got these bricks here. You see that all over South America. But no, this has actually got to be Europe. Fair to say it's going to be Eastern Europe, slightly more sort of undeveloped place, you might say. I'm thinking like Serbia kind of area. Nothing particularly. I mean, it doesn't quite look like Hungary or Romania. Serbia's kind of my default. So fairly low conviction, but I think it's going to be bordering Serbia at least. And it was Serbia. Okay, no, I'm quite happy with that guess. Quite happy with that one. Okay, so USA or Canada, isn't it? Let's take a look. Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, there's no front license plate there. Depending on where you are in USA or Canada, some places don't require a front license plate. Okay, cool. So let's try and figure out, are we in Canada or US? Kennedy Space Center? Is that Florida? Yeah, these trees look a lot like Florida. So, this is where the space shuttle launches off from, right? It's going to be a little bit frustrating if I can't find the exact location, and I'm not going to spend hours looking for it. But, I'm fairly sure it's Canada. Sorry, Canada. Florida. I just don't know where. I'll just throw it in the middle. I'm not going to exactly find it. Yeah, it was just over there. Just over there. So where is it, just out of interest? Okay, east of Orlando. Okay, there you go. I think this is Latvia. And if I get that right, you're going to be quite impressed. So, just this sort of dirt road, general grass, flowers, trees, feels Latvian. If I'm not mistaken, this is an A-frame wooden pole. I think that's wooden. And am I seeing this properly? That's like an A-frame coming down. You see these in Lithuania as well, but they're usually either metal or concrete. Can't quite remember, but I believe Latvia has wooden ones. Old kind of buildings would fit for Latvia. They say there's a different colored dirt between Latvia and Lithuania. I'm not sure how true that is, and I can't remember which one that is. These trees look like Latvia, Lithuania, Finland, Russia. It could be any of them. But, yeah, look, I think we're in Latvia. Okay, Ukraine. Ukraine did cross my mind because you may have seen the Google car. We could see the red Google car. Um, and red is Ukraine. Not to say that you can't see a red car outside of Ukraine. I didn't see it as a huge clue, but it did cross my mind. So I'm surprised but not shocked that that's Ukraine. Is this Australia? USA? It's USA, isn't it? Yeah, this will be USA. Um, it's not obvious where. I mean, it could just be like a Georgia. Yeah, I think it's a southern-ish and east coast round. Uh, Georgia. I think it's going to be somewhere around here. Oh wow, Seattle. Okay, yeah, a bit of a shock. Uh, yeah. Okay, what is this? China, Japan. China's not actually in the game, so it can't be that. It's Japan. Okay, we got some Japanese writing here. Where in Japan? Sort of anyone's guess. We'll throw it in. Okay, so it was. Oh, it's Kyoto. Have I actually been here? Kiyomizudera. Trying to get my bearings here. I don't think I've been to that exact shrine, but I've been to a few that look like it. Yeah, don't know. Don't know. Kyoto. Yeah, that I should have actually guessed that. Pretty dumb that I didn't. Okay, obviously USA here. First Federal Bank. Nice cars. So we got front plates. Don't know those locations. KFC. Well, I think fairly southern. I mean, you got these sort of palm tree looking trees. National Guard Armory, Grill and Chill, South North 51 129. Let's just see if we can see anything. Quite confused by all that. Yeah, look, I think it might be like a South Georgia. Could this be Florida? Oh, but front plates. So it must actually be Texas. Is it like Houston, Texas? It's Florida. Okay, the reason I thought it wouldn't be Florida is because they usually don't have front plates in Florida. But it did look like Florida. So there you go. There you go. We live and we learn. So yeah, looking like USA. No front plate. So that will narrow down our search. Okay. I could be wrong, but I think it's quite southern, and that would make sense with the lack of front plates. I think it might be a Georgia or nearby. So it's Tennessee. Okay, yeah, bordering state. That's not a terrible guess. It's Thailand or Taiwan. Let's look for a sign. Can't quite read that out. These diagonal striped poles would indicate Korea. But is this actually Taiwan? We just got to find some language. I mean, this is not Korean. This is definitely Chinese. So we must be in Taiwan. Can we confirm that? Driving on the right. Hong Kong drives on the left, so it can't be Hong Kong. Yeah, look, it's got to be Taiwan. Taiwan, and let's assume Taipei. Okay, cool. Good guess. Good guess. Yeah. So, what are we in the UK? Yellow plates on the back would indicate UK, but they're driving on the. What are they driving on the right or the left? I actually don't know what's going on here. Let's. Okay, driving on the left. Yeah. So it's UK. Okay. Yep. Don't really know where in the UK. I think it's roughly Midlands. We'll just say Birmingham. Yep, 80 k's up the road in some place. Okay, cool. Not too bad. Interesting. Is this India? There's sort of a distinctive blur on the lens. Got some kind of interesting structure over in the distance. Oh, is this the Taj Mahal? Gammon. Okay, obviously a little water fountain that's out of order. Yeah, interesting. Very interesting place. I do think it's India. We'll throw it in the middle and see what happens. Yep, so Northern India, New Delhi, in fact. Maybe it is the Taj Mahal. Just kidding. Yeah, okay. Pretty rundown part of town. Let's take a look around. So I see Spanish and I see .com.mx, if I read that correctly. So we're in Mexico. Another way to see Mexico is the poles, octagonal poles. So we're definitely in Mexico. Now I'm not getting much more than that, to be honest. Fairly dry might lean me northern, but you can definitely get dry bits down at the bottom as well. So I might throw it here and see what happens. Oh, it's basically Mexico City. Okay, a little bit surprised by that. And good score, just under 20,000.